want to talk to you guys a bit today about idealism, and specifically the concept I talk about in my private closed circles as a discovery over idealism or exploration for idealism. I spent a lot of my life chasing the American dream, and I spent a lot of time trying to fit into molds and expectations foisted upon me by society, by my mother, by religion, by the expectations of my peer groups, by school, by all these things. Get a good job, go to the get a good job, go to the college, do the thing over and over again. Get the white picket fence, get married, do the perfect happy relationship, go to church. And I spent a long time putting myself into various different scenarios where I was supposed to win. Right? I'm doing the right thing, meeting the right people in the right places, and I'm supposed to win. Right? Jesus is supposed to protect me from the dangers of the world as long as I pray. I'm supposed to not have heartache and craziness if I just find a nice, Christian girl. And, all of that shit is false. It's just false as fuck. And it's interesting how, even the corporate life. I mean, at one point I was pulling in close to $130,000 a year as a software developer. And I was in mad debt, and I bought shit I didn't need, and I had all this consumerism stuff going on. I never learned how to manage money. And the job was a 70, 80 hour a week prison. And, I had made it to this point where a whole lot of these people would be like, oh, well, if you could just make that kind of money, then, your life would be set. And it's not true at all. Because you are... you're doing things that you don't want to do. If it's something you love, then do it. That's what happened when I started. It was great. I was killing it. But after a while, I started having to shortchange my own values for the corporation, for the company, and I had to ultimately didn't feel good about myself. I didn't like the type of effort and the type of work I was putting in versus the results. For the world, for the ecology, of the world. So, all these things were just kind of big farce lies. But at the same time, you can't go live off the grid and put dreads in your hair and sit on the sidewalk and ask for money like these people that I saw yesterday. They're sitting there. It's like they chose, every time you hang around these people, they have, it smells like drugs, right? Which is great, except for, I can't even afford drugs. How can you afford drugs? You know what I'm saying? I don't know about all that. And I would go to the same places, the same malls, the same streets, and for the last 3 consecutive days, it would be the same people panhandling. It wasn't it's not like they were just in a bind for a minute and they just got the money they needed and bounced. It's they do this every day. This is their job. They're slaving to beg, which is just ludicrous to me. If you're gonna slave. But after all this idealism, after all this it should be this way, I have very few allusions to the fact that the things that I'm doing with my life are dangerous. They're dangerous against the normal, everyday this is what you're supposed to do thing. And I think that if I hadn't done it already, if I hadn't gone and got the corporate job, if I didn't go get my bachelor's degree in college, if I didn't try that fucking 7-year relationship that was supposed to culminate into marriage, if I didn't go to church for years and years on end and do all the stuff that I was supposed to do, I didn't find a good outlet for my own identity, and B, anything that anybody had ever promised. I mean, the church promises forgiveness, and they don't forgive. You know, the girlfriend promises forever, and then she doesn't forever. And then the job promises financial security, and they don't financial security. They cut you as soon as start losing money because you're relying on somebody else's business practices to keep you afloat. It's silliness. I had to look for something better. Maybe everybody else is normal and I'm different and I'm weird and it's not good for me to be me, but I am me, and me is going to die trying to tread water in the normal world, right? In the regular 9-to-5 job, buy a white picket fence thing. I'm gonna die trying to tread water. I did it for years. I got good at it. I mean, I got, top level of income. I was able to spend my hours for dollars better than many people could spend their hours for dollars. And at the end of the day, I wasn't any happier. My relationships weren't any better unless I worked on them. My money wasn't any better unless I paid attention to it. Like, I'm responsible to my own self for all of my own shit. And that generalized tactics and strategies that I was taught were supposed to be the ideal were not only ineffective at my own happiness, fulfillment, goals, dreams, visions, but they're actually locked me into an area that isn't going to let me flourish, isn't going to let me grow. As most of you know, for me, like, freedom is one of my largest, one of my biggest values. I thought she said next stop banana hammock. Freedom is one of my largest values, and to be constricted, to be locked down, to be tied and not free to explore, it's just it's scary to me. And not scary because it's the unknown, but scary because I did it for so many years and I don't want to go back. One of the reasons I ended up becoming polyamorous is because I didn't want to do the general traditional commitment thing. As much as I love the women in my life and sometimes the woman in my life, as much as I want to create fantasy and give her everything she's ever wanted, right? I can't peddle a lie, right? I can't tell her that everything's going to be okay forever if she doesn't put in any work, right? I know because of my tenacity that I will be an excellent husband until the day I die. Almost no matter what happens. I mean, I haven't experienced like really horrible shit, like children dying or stuff like that, but like most of the things that I've experienced is pretty hardcore, like slamming my head against things. I know I'm resilient. I know I can withstand. And I know that I would be an awesome fucking boyfriend and husband and partner. But on the other hand, for me to lock down because of some ideal makes no sense. And so I value discovering new things, discovering more things, exploring and seeing the world in all of its nooks and crannies and different places, and seeing how people interact with each other, how different cultures interact, and as cool as it might be to have the quote-unquote security of sitting down, having a decent job, and having a house, having somebody who's going to love you day in, day out, those things can change in the drop of a hat, There's no real security there. The only real security is when you build yourself up to be something capable and adaptable. Now listen to me when I say this. Like, I'm not like fucking around. Like, at any given point, you can become obsolete. If you have a high-paying white-collar job, automation can wipe your entire industry out in a matter of a couple of years. I was just seeing this thing on ClickBank. They were saying that there's this artificial intelligence thing that there's artificial intelligence thing that's going to take over call centers, and then 250 million people are going to be out of a job. They're already automating all that stuff, and it's like we've got video editor friends who are making $80,000-$70,000 a year, and because the software changed and they didn't keep up with it, they are no longer relevant. Right? How ridiculous is that? Alright, finally back home. Lenny Pies, social cues, picking a Duke up. What a badass. We're gonna go hit some Tipsy Goat. Maybe some PJs.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading